So sometimes on this spiritual journey, what we find is that our ego can pull us out by new books, new coaches, new ways of being, new thoughts. And it's almost like we have to have this discretion. We have to be open at the same time. So I am just going to share with you some of the things that I have been dabbling into because I think that they're super fun. And what I usually show the world is the pieces of me that have already been integrated. And so what I want to show you here is the pieces that I am in the information stage and kind of the transformation stage and kind of working through it. So I got this new book and it's called 9-Figure Mindset. And so initially when you look at this looks like a book about money, but what it really is it's this process of being willing to think differently. And I really love stepping into other people's mindsets that maybe I've never before. So it's how to go from 0 to over 100 million in net worth. What kind of mindset does that look like? What are they thinking? What are they believing? And what are they feeling? And then how do I take all of that and use my discretion to say, okay, what on a soul level, on an intuitive level, which of these pieces are like, oh, that resonates. Like that feels like something that could be my authentic self, right? Or that's ego. And we're not here to go towards the money. We're here to go towards purpose and fulfillment and desire. And the money gets to be the byproduct behind us, right? That's funneling through us, that we get to be fully supported. But here's part of the issue, right? Is that money is the issue with money is that it is like this, I don't know, white elephant in the room, right? And it's like this, or this dark cloud over our head because of the way that we were raised, because of the way that we saw people that had money or saw people that didn't have money, and these were their experiences. And so we make our past experience with money mean something. And that meaning affects our ability to bring money in. I know a lot of successful people that have a lot of money that are miserable. I know a lot of people that are successful in helping people that don't have money. And what if, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as an executive, as a professional, as somebody that has this heart that wants to help people, but like also wants the freedom to not have to get up at 3 a.m. and think about money. So we take this frequency of money, perceived frequency is what I'm going to tell you, and we take the energy of love. Are you ready for this? Okay. And what if we started treating money the same way we felt about love and we brought them together? What if instead of going digging in the past of all the reasons why money works or doesn't work or what we believe and think about them, what if we just started feeling it in the vibration and in the frequency of love? What would that look like? What would that feel like? How would you interpret the money coming to you and the money coming through you? Tell you what, the observation that I have made with the number of clients that I have worked with and people that I even just observe is that people are so good at giving, but not very good at receiving. But they want more money because they have desires. They have a lifestyle that they want to fulfill. They want to feel less stress about money, but they're like, here, give, give, give. And then when something comes back, it's like, oh, I can't take it. I can't do it. I can't receive it. A compliment, somebody wanting to help you. I just moved into this new place about a week ago, and I was walking down the hallway on day 1 and I had a bunch of clothes in my hand. And I mean, maybe I carried too much because whatever, it's who I am, right? We overdo it a little bit. Overachievers. And she says to me, she says, hey, can I help you? I don't know her. She just happens to be a neighbor. She's super sweet. And I was like, actually, this is my last load. I've got this. I didn't look like I did. But how wild is it, right? That somebody that hasn't even met me is going to like help me move in. It's pretty profound. It also says something about what we're attracting. And so although I really did have it and I really didn't necessarily need to receive. There's little moments like that in your life where it would be really, really helpful if you started to allow yourself to receive more, and in turn, you're going to receive more money. Or how about somebody offering to pay for you? When they offer, they're saying, hey, it would feel really good if I were to give you my love. And you're like, nope, nope, no love, because I have this distorted, weird version of money in my mind that doesn't feel good to me. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And instead, the answer is always yes. It's not a negotiation. It's not like, no, no, don't pay for it. I will. Oh, no, I'm going to take care of it. Okay, then don't do that. Own who you are. Own how valuable and worthy you are to allow yourself to receive. The overgiving comes from, who do you need to be loved and accepted? And you realized, you learned at a very young age, when I give, I receive the love and acceptance that I want, or that I need, or that I think I need. And what your heart's really asking for is for you to just love and accept yourself and be supported. For the first time ever, I hired movers that did it all, would not let me help them. And even when I was like unscrewing my blinds from the windows, they were like, oh, you can't do that. We'll do that. I was like, what do you mean? I can't do that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm just to watch you move. I'm so confused. And so then eventually I just packed a bunch of stuff in my car. I'm like, I need to feel useful. I need to do something. And then they came in, they moved everything in and they assembled everything. And I mean, I come from a background of central Minnesota. We don't pay anybody to do anything. I was talking to my dad a couple weeks ago and he was like, oh yeah, like the window isn't rolling the way it used to. So I just like, disassembled the whole door. And I'm like, of course you did. Of course you did. Like, we have to fix everything ourselves. So I grew up in that environment where it was like, you don't accept help. You do everything yourself. And when somebody like asks to help you, your answer is always no. That's what I was raised in, which is a very poverty mindset, right? That it's almost like a pride, which is very toxic for us, like a pride of like, I can do it all. So then we move into growing up, right? Where it was like, I have 3 kids. I travel back and forth every other week from Minnesota to Florida. That's a whole different story that we can talk about some other day. And then I'm running a couple businesses, and then, all these things that I've decided to navigate into my world. And it's like, Becca, stop doing this all yourself. Be supported. Let somebody come and clean your house, not because you can't do it, but because when your house is clean, you can focus on the things that matter. We only have this much margin in our day. What are we going to spend it on? What is the most meaningful? Where can we make the most impact? I'm telling you what, I am not impactful cleaning my house because I'm all over the place. I'm like over here cleaning, I'm doing this, I'm doing laundry, and all of a sudden it's like I take a break and I'm like, so everything is partially done. And I'm over here like, oh, I got new content. I have a new idea. I have this new message that I have to share with the world because it's coming through me in the midst of cleaning half the bathroom floor. I am not good at that. I don't necessarily want to be good at it, but I do want to clean house. And the way that the energy feels in our home when it is clean dramatically opens up our availability to live a higher life, to feel more extraordinary, to create more extraordinary, to have a better business, to have better relationships with ourselves and with others. So that's what we have for you today. I hope it was helpful. I hope there's one thing that you heard and you're just like, yes, this. So here's what I want to tell you about learning something new. We have the information stage, which is where we're at. We have the transformation stage, is where you take it and you do something with it. I don't care what you know. I care what you do. And when you do on repeat, it turns into integration. It's who you become. So I'm taking this book, right? This mindset, this new way of being. And I'm like, okay, what is the information that lights me up? Take that, move that into transformation. What am I going to do with it? How am I going to take that mindset and start practicing it every single day? I have these really cool, I can't really touch it right here, but I have these cool whiteboards that I will write on when I'm creating a new mindset, a new way of being, a new process maybe that I am integrating into my being, my human being. And those are good reminders. Maybe for you, it's Post-it notes. Maybe for you, it's audio recording. Maybe it's something on your phone. Even on my phone, I have this really cool, you can kind of see, it says entrepreneur's mind, athlete's body, and artist's soul. And that's the identity of myself that I'm creating. And so having it on my phone, which we pick up how many times a day? So many. It reminds me, like, stay in this entrepreneur's mind. Remind yourself you're an athlete. How are you eating? How are you nourishing yourself? How are you sleeping? An artist's soul. What do I get to create today? What feels fun? What inspires me? Where do I want to go to feel inspired? And that keeps me focused on the integration process. And as I move into this, eventually it's just who I become. So don't just take the information and scroll to the next video. Transform. What are you going to do? What are you going to put in place? What reminders on your phone are you going to put? And then you will become a better version of you every single day. You are worthy of having it all. Thanks for joining me, Becca Grabinski, transformation coach out of Florida. Have an amazing day.